Have you ever found yourself wondering if people still notice you, if you are still handsome as you get older? It is a quiet question that many men keep deep inside their hearts, but almost never say out loud. As the years go by, it is very natural to ask how the world sees you, especially when we are told that only young people are beautiful and being older is often ignored. But here is the real truth. You might be much more attractive than you even know right now. In this gathering of thoughts today, a group of caring experts will look closely at 10 powerful signs that show you are a good-looking older man, even if you do not see it when you look in the mirror. These signs are not just about having a pretty face or being lucky. They're about the way you move, how you feel about yourself, the way you stand, and the quiet power that comes from having lived a full life. You will likely be surprised by how many of these things are already happening in your daily life. Please stay with me until the very end, because learning to see these tiny clues might just change how you feel about yourself and how women respond to your presence. One very small but amazing sign that you are a handsome older man is when younger women feel totally at ease when they are near you. You might have seen this happen before in simple ways. Think about those easy, friendly chats you have during the day. Maybe it is the person at the coffee shop who stays for a few extra seconds to chat at your table. Our sakin saks agree. Or someone at work who smiles a lot more when you walk into the room, or even a friend's daughter who really listens and pays attention when you share a story. These things do not happen by accident. They are signs that people feel safe. They look up to you, and they feel they can be themselves around you. Younger women are often drawn to men who have a very calm way of being, a heart that is grown up, and a steady way of standing in the world. These are things that younger men often do not have yet, because they are still figuring life out. You do not need to tell big, fake stories to get attention, try to be the boss of every talk, or show off your money and things. Instead, your quiet belief in yourself, your choice to really listen, the way you speak with a good heart, and how you stay relaxed makes them feel very safe. They laugh at your funny stories. They want to know what you think about things. They lean in close, not just with their eye. That is very special because when someone feels safe, they open up their heart. And when their heart is open, that is exactly where a deep connection begins to grow. Another important sign might surprise you. If people, especially women, often tell you that they like your clothes, your hair, how you trim your beard, or even how nice you smell, then you are definitely making a big impression. As we get older, the way we dress and take care of ourselves becomes a way of telling the world who we are inside. Maybe you have found the clothes that fit you just right. Maybe your beard is kept very neat, or your cologne smells like a walk through a fresh forest. These things are not just random. They show that you are a man who respects himself, and women always notice that. A man who dresses well, whether he is in a fancy suit or just wearing a clean shirt and nice pants, shows that he has a goal in life. It is not about wearing bright or loud things to get attention. It is about dressing like you mean it. The way you take care of yourself, from a clean haircut to staying very fresh and clean, tells women something very important. It tells them that this man pays attention to the small things. It shows that he cares. And here is a secret. When you show that you care about yourself, women naturally feel that you will be the kind of man who will care for them, too. There is another sign that is very quiet, but it means a whole lot. If a woman looks into your eyes for even just 1 second longer than she needs to, that is not a mistake. It is a little message, like a quiet invitation to say hello. This might happen at the place where you exercise, the food store, or a party with friends. You look at each other, she keeps looking, and she does not look away right away. That small moment, those tiny extra seconds, show something very old and true. They show that she is curious, interested, and finds you handsome. A long look is a woman's way of being brave without using words. She might not walk over to talk to you, but with her eyes, she is saying, I see you. I feel something nice. I want to know who you are. And here is the most important part. It is usually not about what shirt you have on or how big your muscles are. It is about your energy. Maybe it is how you sit with a straight back, the calm way you drink your tea, or the peace you bring into a room just by being there. That energy, which is a mix of being sure of yourself and having a warm heart, grabs her attention. That long look is her way of reaching out to you before she ever says a word. As you get more years under your belt, you might find that people, and especially women, start coming to you more often to ask what you think or to get help. This is not just about opening a jar or giving someone directions on a map. It is about something much deeper than that. It means they trust you. When someone asks you for help with their job, their friends, or big choices in life, It is because they see you as someone who is wise, steady, and understands feelings. That kind of person is like a magnet. Younger men might have lots of speed and do things without thinking, but you carry the weight of everything you have learned. You have seen how hearts break and how they heal. You have built things with your hands and your mind, like friendships, a job, or maybe a family. You have tried things and failed, and then you got back up again. You have felt pain, and you have grown from it. That long path you have walked shows in the words you say, in your soft voice, and in the way you listen before you give an answer. Women, especially those who want a life that is not messy, see that very quickly. You do not just react with big emotions, you give them a new way to look at things. That is why they come to you, not just to fix a problem, but to feel safe and steady when they are near you. You do not go around chasing people to look at you. You do not feel like you have to be the loudest person in the room to be seen, and yet somehow people still notice you are there. That is because one of the most handsome things a man can have is a calm and steady way of carrying himself. You are not trying to prove that you are important to anyone else. You have already proved that you are a good man to yourself. This quiet way of being sure of yourself makes women feel something very powerful. They feel safe. You do not get scared when things get hard. You do not look for other people to tell you that you are doing a good job. You give off a feeling of peace and strength that does not need to shout. It is like a soft whisper, and that whisper is often much louder than someone who is yelling for attention. When you walk into a place with your head held high, your shoulders back, and you move with ease, it tells the world that you know who you are, and you like the man you have become. That kind of energy makes people feel less worried and builds respect right away. For women who live in a world that is very noisy and busy, that kind of calm is like a breath of fresh air. Here is something many older men do not think about. You do not need to have perfectly flat stomach muscles or lift the heaviest weights to be seen as healthy and handsome. But if people say things like, you look like you're in great shape, or you look very strong, or even, wow, you seem to have a lot of energy, they are not just being nice to be nice. They are noticing your hard work, your effort, and how much you respect your own body. That hard work shows up in more than just your muscles. It shows in how you move through the world, how you walk with a purpose, how you stand tall, and how you can pick something up or stretch without it being a big struggle. That is called vitality. It is life energy, and that energy is very attractive. The truth is that being fit is not just about looking good in a mirror, it is about your life force. It says, I take care of the body I was given. I plan to be here for a long time, and I'm going to be strong for the people I love. Irintima mancha ita and bath. If you have seen that women always laugh at your jokes, even the ones that are a bit cheesy or sound like something a dad would say, that is not just them being polite. It is a sign they like you. Laughter is about so much more than just a funny story. It is about a spark between two people. It is about a connection. It is a sign that someone feels open and happy to be with you. You might say something that makes your old friends roll their eyes, but when she laughs, it is not really about the joke itself. It is about you as a person. Being able to be funny, especially in a kind and easy way, shows that you are smart with your feelings. When a man can laugh at himself or make other people feel happy without being mean or trying too hard, it shows something very important. It shows he is comfortable with himself. He is a real person. He does not have to be perfect to be someone people want to stay near. Another important sign takes a man who is paying close attention to see it. As an older man, the way people flirt with you might not look the same as it did when you were 20 years old. It is not always loud or easy to see. It is soft, it is natural, and it has many layers. She might play with her hair slowly or move it behind her ear when you look at her. She might fix her clothes or her jewelry when you are close by. She is not doing it because she needs to. She is doing it to get you to notice her. You might also notice that she starts to move like you do. If you lean back in your chair, she leans back too. If you smile, she smiles back right away. This is called mirroring. It is a sign from deep inside her brain that she feels a connection with you. And then there is the way she touches you. It is not always a big thing. She might lightly touch your arm, or her hand might brush yours, or she might stand just a little bit closer than she needs to. Have you ever said something just in passing? Maybe you talked about a book you liked, a story from when you were a little boy, or the way you like your coffee, and then a few days or even weeks later, a woman brings it up again. That is a very big sign. When a woman remembers those tiny things, it means she was really listening because she thinks what you say is important. She is keeping a little book in her mind of all the things that make you who you are. Why does she do this? She does it because she cares. And even more, she is starting to put her feelings into you. This is much more than just being friendly. It is a sign that your presence made her feel a bond, even if she's not said so yet. When a woman feels a pull toward you, she might not always say, "I like you" out loud, but you will see that she makes time for you. She does not just find time if she is bored, she creates it. Maybe she gets to a meeting or a party early because she knows you will be there. Maybe she asks you for help with something she could probably do by herself if she had to. Maybe she starts liking the things you like or showing up at the places you go. That is not just happenstance. She might ask you to grab a coffee or go on an errand with her or help her with a job that would have been faster if she did it alone. But the real reason is that she just wants to be near your energy. So let us take a moment to look back at what we have learned. You have just seen 10 big signs that show you are still a very attractive man, even if you did not know it until now. The most important thing to remember is this: your value is not going away as you get older. It is getting better, like a fine piece of wood or a good story. With every year that passes, you have learned how to handle your feelings. You have seen the world, and you have found a quiet way to be sure of yourself. The world might try to tell us that being young is the only way to be beautiful, but the real truth is that being truly handsome belongs to men who are steady, wise, kind, and have their feet planted firmly on the ground. A truly handsome man is not someone who just looks good in a mirror. He is a man who moves through the world with a good heart and a steady soul. By that rule, you might be much more attractive than you ever thought possible.